Let's be honest, the world of AI is moving at a dizzying speed. You hear about OpenAI, Anthropic, DeepSeek, Llama, but who's actually building the future? Well, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise and give you a super clear map of the AI landscape for 2025. You'll know exactly who's who in this revolution.
And you know what? That is not an exaggeration, not even a little bit. From the code we write every day to the images we create for fun, AI is literally being woven into the fabric of our lives. The pace of change is just staggering, and you got to keep up.
So if you're feeling a bit lost in the constant flood of new AI announcements, you are definitely not alone. We're going to break it all down and give you a simple, powerful guide to the companies and platforms that are truly shaping what's next.
All right, first up, let's meet the giants. These are the big, multi-purpose platforms, the ones building the very foundation of the AI world. You can think of them as the companies creating the core brains of this whole operation.
Okay, looking at this breakdown of the titans is really fascinating because you can see a clear strategy for each one. OpenAI, they're all about pushing the absolute limits of raw intelligence. Anthropic, on the other hand, is building its whole brand on safety. Google is using its mountain of data for deep, multimodal integration. Microsoft is all in on the enterprise world, weaving Copilot into, well, everything. And then there's Meta, making a huge strategic bet on being the champion of open source with Llama.
Now, this brings us to one of the biggest debates happening in AI right now, access. And this slide shows the two competing philosophies perfectly. On one side, you've got the closed-off, proprietary models from places like OpenAI and Google. They get tight control, they get security. But on the other side, you have the open-source approach, championed by Meta. Their whole thing is democratizing access, letting anyone build on top of their work. This is a fundamental split in how the future of AI is going to be built.
And of course, we can't forget the innovators who are shaking things up. Perplexity is a perfect example. They are completely rethinking something as fundamental as the search engine, giving you direct, sourced answers instead of just, a list of blue links. It's a game changer.
But here's the thing, this race is not just a Silicon Valley story. Not anymore. Let's zoom out to the global stage because there are some major new players emerging that are totally redefining the competition.
So here's a really crucial point. You absolutely cannot understand the 2025 AI landscape without looking at the massive advancements coming out of China's tech giants. They're not just catching up, they are developing incredibly powerful and versatile models of their own. And these are the key names you really need to know. You've got Baidu's ErnieBot, which is a powerhouse for the Chinese language. Alibaba's Quinn series is a huge player in the open source community. Tencent's Hunyuan is deeply woven into its massive ecosystem. And you have ByteDance and a newer player, DeepSeek, both pushing the boundaries. These aren't just copycats, they're bringing unique strengths to the table.
Okay, this is where things get really practical for all of us. AI is moving way beyond just being a general chatbot. It's evolving into a whole toolkit of highly specialized professionals, each one with a very specific job.
So I want you to try and reframe how you think about this. Don't just think of these as tools. Think of them as what they're actually becoming. Expert collaborators ready to help with specific tasks. Okay, first up, for all the creatives out there, there's Midjourney. It is, without a doubt, the gold standard for AI art. It's like having a world-class artist on call 24/7, ready to create stunning visuals right from a simple Discord chat. It's wild. And then you have Runway, which is taking all that creative power and putting it into motion. It's basically an entire AI-powered film studio that lives in your browser, pioneering that text-to-video magic for creators everywhere. Then we have to talk about Stability AI. As the creator of Stable Diffusion, they are just so important because they make these incredibly powerful creative tools open and available for absolutely anyone to use, to modify, and to build something new upon.
The world of software development, it's being completely transformed. GitHub Copilot isn't just a tool that suggests the line of code here and there. It's an expert pair programmer, working side by side with developers in real time.
And it's not just tech and creative fields. Even highly specialized professions like law are being impacted. Harvey AI is becoming this indispensable assistant built to analyze incredibly complex contracts and speed up legal research.
And finally, in education, you have tools like Magic School, and they're designed to tackle one of the biggest challenges out there, teacher burnout. It's an AI assistant that does the heavy lifting on lesson plans and creating materials, freeing up educators to do what they do best, focus on their students.
So, we've looked at the titans, we've looked at the global race, we've looked at all these specialists. What's the big takeaway here? What's the mental model you should be using to understand our shared AI future? It really boils down to 3 key trends. 1, a handful of titans are building the foundational brains. 2, the global race is pushing innovation forward faster than ever. And 3, and this is maybe the most exciting part, we're seeing the rise of specialized agents, expert AIs for practically every job imaginable. This is your map for what's coming next.
So if there's just one idea you take away from all of this, let it be this. Stop thinking about a single, all-knowing AI. That's sci-fi. The reality, the future, is a diverse team. It's a whole ecosystem of specialists working right alongside us as collaborators, assistants, and creative partners.
And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As these incredibly powerful agents become more and more a part of our daily lives, as our coworkers, our creative partners, our assistants, the big question isn't just about what they can do, it's about how we will choose to work with them. Thanks for watching.